The old 1971 GMC, and today I'm going to replace this master cylinder. It is bad. Brakes are bad. So before we use this, we need to change out the master cylinder, flush all the brake lines. For the past week, I've been squirting all these fasteners with penetrant oil, hoping it will come apart quite well. Well, if you can see that bolt is dry. I don't think there's any fluid in there. That could also be a reason why the brakes are bad. Let's see what's in there. This reservoir is dry. So it's either leaking or it didn't have any fluid in it to begin with. So what's nice is I don't have to suck the fluid out to pull it off of there. Old equipment is nice. When you drop a wrench and it gets stuck, you can actually reach it. Not like new vehicles that have so many wire bundles and harnesses and bits and pieces and parts and trays at the bottom that catch everything, so you got to jack it up and pull the trays off. If you're working on hydraulic lines, fluid lines, get one of those. Flare nut wrench. It'll save you a lot of headaches of stripped out connections there. This truck is almost high enough. I need a step stool. No can do. Just like that. When first taking things apart, I often prefer hand tools. Once I get them, if I need an impact gun to get them broke loose, but while removing a fastener, I prefer the hand tool because I can get a feel for if there's something wrong with the nut plate back in there. Yeah, there we are. Old one's out. As old Ernest would say, ew. How many of y'all remember Ernest? Ernest Goes to Camp movies. Those were good. Not those are off. I know y'all are going to blast me for using a chrome socket, but that's a 3/4 inch socket that I used on that rather than a 1/2 inch. And I don't have a 1/2 inch or impact one that's big enough. So on the shopping list for our next trip to a tool store to get some larger impact sockets. So that's it. We're going to take this off and we'll be back once we get a good look at this brake caliper. I think it's dragging, so see you next time. All right, we got the wheels off. Just removing the cover here. All right, now we're taking the cotter pin off, so I worked it. So the trick with using a pair of diagonal cutters is to grip it and slowly pull it. Don't just cut it, but grip it and slowly pull it, and you'll see how it kind of curls out of there. And this should be about, yep, excellent. So here's the axle nut. Get that pulled out of here. After removing the wheel, I have already backed off the brake shoes. I'll show you that adjustment when I get the drum off. Because I figured this drum would hang up on those brake shoes. All right, so there's the nut. Then there'll be a washer. All right, there's the washer, holds the bearing in. And if I carefully pop this, there's the outer bearing. So this is all loose. All right, there we go. I'm gonna stand up so I don't drop it on my toes. There's the drum. Set that down here. So inside here, here's the inner bearing, and then the seal. And here's where the shoes are worn. There's a shop downtown in Wichita called the Brake Shop. I stopped talking to them today. They will turn the drum, press out the bearing, put the bearing back in with a new seal. And then they're also going to reline these shoes. So backing off the shoes down here in the bottom, this is automatic brake adjuster. So you put a spatula through there and you rotate this. You rotate the backside down and that will pull the shoes in. Next step on this is to remove the shoes, but I'm going to be sure to take lots of pictures so I know exactly how the springs on this setup go. And I'll remove these shoes. I'll do the other side. We'll take the shoes, the brake drum, and they said leave the hub on. We don't have to remove the hub. They will reline the shoes and turn the drum, replace the bearing. And then these front brakes, they're also gonna rebuild these cylinders or get me some new cylinders. So once that's all done, these front brakes on this truck are gonna be good to go. Thanks for watching.